Hey guys, it's me, Pokemon Jaber HD. Today we are in Fuchsia City. We have Goldeen, Invisible the Goldeen, at level 25, with Peck, Tail Whip, Supersonic, and Horn Attack. We have our full potential at level 39, with Bubble Beat, Body Slam, Bite, and Dragon Rage. And we have Bubbles, our level 40 Blastoise, with Water Gun, Ice Beam, Dig, and Bite. So we made it to Fuchsia. We got the Super Rod unexpectedly 2 episodes ago, so we ended up getting Goldeen, and so we finally added to the team, which I was not expecting, I guess, because I knew about this guy, and so we have the Good Rod and the Super Rod now, but we got the Super Rod first. So right now we're gonna catch something in Fuchsia, if we can. Which, okay, we're getting a second chance at Krabby, which I like, and Horn Attack will definitely not kill. So now we can try to redeem ourselves and get this Krabby that we failed to get earlier. So hopefully we can. I have not really invested in balls since I knew I wasn't going to get much early game, so I probably should at some point, but clearly it worked fine. So we have Krabby, which, I mean, super basic name here, but obviously Mr. Krabs is quite an influential character, I would say, in at least in my life and in many others, because SpongeBob is iconic. Which, for Tristan, he'll be the only one watching that'll get this iconic. But yes, we're going with Mr. Krabs. The most obvious thing in the world, but it's a crab, so what you gonna do? We have Mr. Krabs here at level 15 now, with Bubble and Leer. So that will have to hopefully improve as we go on. And so we will switch train that as we have been doing with Invisible so far. So that's nice that we got to start off the episode with an encounter, which is obviously very rare. Very rare for this particular playthrough. But I think since we did fight a lot of trainers, but there's still many trainers we could fight elsewhere. Kind of want to try to just maybe make this maybe an encounter episode, because technically speaking, there's we could get encounters on encounters on encounters. Shit. I really thought I was gonna dodge. But oh well, because these are good levels to train on, I would say. And I just was spamming X, so definitely did not mean to go for Bubble Beam on the Tentacool. But this is hopefully one way that we'll get things caught up. But in the meantime, I do want to try to have a full team, if possible, before I start to truly work on the grinding. That I will probably have to grind off screen before the gym, but obviously, since that'll be something that is boring, I will not, and also time consuming for that matter, I will not bother putting that in the episodes if I end up deciding And so I want to say this is, yeah, Route 19. Which I know we can surf later. You know what, actually, I should surf that. I mean, actually, let me see the diversity. Screw it. I'm impatient. I want more mons. So, we'll see if we can diversify. Got a horsey. So that is definitely different. As we exchange bubbles. But mine does absolutely 0. So we'll switch. And I'm not sure how frail is. Oh wow, okay, good thing I went for Peck instead of Horn Attack. Because like I said, I didn't know how frail it was, but obviously that's because I crit on this one, so. Do we have any more Pokeballs? Yeah, I probably should have stocked up, like I literally talked about, but there we go. Got the horsey. So that's pretty nice. So the first thing I think of when I think of a horsey is, well, you're wanting to say yeehaw, because, you know, obviously want to ride that horsey. But obviously it's not the traditional horse. But unfortunately, Kingdra, not in this game. So that makes horsey worse, because it only could get to Seadra, which its stats are not the best, to be perfectly honest, but we'll check this out real quick. As it has Bubble at level 16, stats are, you know, pretty low, obviously being a basic Pokemon. But while we're here, might as well deposit Cut, since it's not a water type. I think at this point, I mean, where else can I go? I guess is what I'm thinking. Like, I know Safari Zone, but I gotta actually pay attention and try to get the golden teeth. So I'm gonna hold off on that. Slowbro for Lickitung, and the other way around would be great, but not really in the business of trading away water types. So this is Route 18, and I was about to do it where I was going to try to find Mon without actually having balls, because I know I'm very low right now, which of course I need Cut to actually get there, right? Because this is the Safari Zone. Or no, this is not. This is just something else. Alright. So right after I deposit Cut is when I need him. So that's unfortunate timing, but does Krabby get Cut? If it does, I'm willing to just slap it on there, like, you know, that's part of the game. So actually, first things first, I'm gonna check if it gets Cut. Because if it does, then technically I should be using Cut on a Mon that can actually learn it. Which it does. So yeah, we don't actually have to hold Cut in the the Cut Mon in the party. So I will redeposit that. So any other items I don't need right now? No. I want to hold both the Super Rod and the Good Rod just in case there's, you know, the variability. Like if, say for example, I get everything that I can from Super Rod, then I still have the the Good Rod available too. So, and oh my god, I suck. Again, I forgot to go actually to the mart, which was the whole intent of learning Cut. Yeah, my short-term memory is really bad. So, I'm gonna do that often in case it hasn't been seen already. But yeah, we have so much money, so we're actually gonna. I don't want that many. Why? It's not letting me like hold the button. That's unfortunate. Alright. Well, I have made a grave mistake. Okay, hold up. Okay. Grave mistake there, so let's correct that. Let's grab 30 for now. I think that should be plenty. And super potion. I don't really need any right now. I think I'm good for now on everything else. So I have 30 Ultra Balls. Which should be plenty. And we'll use up the Pokeball and the Great Ball so that the slots aren't being taken up. And in the future, we're only going to be buying Ultra Balls anyway out of the Pokeball family. So this is Route 18. So we will fish right now with that Super Rod. Not even a nibble, so we'll try again. And we find something, so hopefully it's a potential new friend. It's an old friend, but we paid good money for ours. And it's apparently faster, so that would have been lame if we were stuck there for much longer. Alright, now let's see what else is available to us. We do have a Goldeen already, so let's try again. So I'm thinking maybe, you know, we might have already gotten everything that we can get from Super Rod. I'm not, you know, obviously I don't know that for sure. Like I don't personally know. I have not looked up, which I will at some point, but I haven't currently, and I don't feel like it right now. So okay, this spot's clearly bad. Which that's also one thing for fishing in Pokemon. I don't know if other people are like me, where I'm like, oh, if this spot didn't have it right now, I move to a different one. Which, ooh, here's a new Pokemon, Tentacool. So it's level 5. So I'm not inclined to cut it, but Bubble does absolute 0 damage. So actually, I'm honestly inclined to just throw the Pokeball. And then throw the Great Ball. And then if neither of those work, just start chucking Ultra Balls. Because I mean, I can probably weaken this with something, but I figured it would be pretty easy to catch, so we got Tentacool and the Jellyfish. And so it's also another water type that's not weak to grass, which is pretty nice. Obviously, we won't be facing a grass type, you know, gym leader again, but you know, grass types are gonna be, you know, they're common, so they're gonna be something we have to face. And as far as Tentacool goes, well, when I think of Jellyfish, I think of jelly, and I mean, the only brand to have jelly is obviously Smuckers. So we're gonna name it Smuckers. And we're gonna, obviously it's only level 5, but we're gonna take a look. It's got Acid, which it did show, and that is the only move it currently has. So now we are adding quite a bit to the squad. And since it is, I would say that as far as priority goes, Ehaw has the least priority right now. whereas all the other members are ones that I would be perfectly happy to carry long term. It's just, like I mentioned before, not having Kingdra available is very unfortunate. And so that does change things, which I have come to realize now that I don't know if there are any water trait evolutions in this game, but I didn't like edit this ROM at all, so maybe in the future I should I should make sure that trait evolutions aren't gonna be impossible, because obviously like Kingdra is a potential one, so that is something I need to consider. Is there any more? So this was Route 18. Alright. So there's 17 and 16, but they don't have water. I mean, 17 might, so I might need to go up and check every so often till we reach, like here is Route 17, perfect actually, so we are in position to try and catch something. So let's find out if we can catch something new here, which I'm starting to think, but then again I said that last time, that we have already seen all that we can from Super Rod, but I'm gonna put invisible at the front because I think that's the best way we're gonna catch things. So you know what, I'm gonna use the good rod this time and see if I can find something different, which it seems like it does share. Oh, come on, I gotta hold the button I guess and do it. Alright, so we need to keep trying. See if we can find, I mean, Poliwag is something that comes to my mind that we don't have yet, that probably we can find, which I definitely would rather have Poliwag, which I'm gonna go up here. Make this easier. I would rather have a Poliwag than a Horsey for this playthrough. And we're still not finding anything new, which is unfortunate. But if that's the case, you know, I feel like I could. I feel like I can definitely get something new. Just maybe not here. We could go up to like Celadon or Cerulean, something. If we really can't find anything new. But do want to at least give it a try. Yeah, maybe right now I'll try to look it up as we're running into the same mons over and over. We're currently on Route 17. So obviously there's Crabbies and Goldines, which we already have. And we should be able to get... We definitely should be able to get... Yeah, Poliwag is the only one we haven't gotten yet that's available here, and we should be able to get it with the good rod, so which is supposed to be like 50-50, which sounds crazy to me that it's supposed to be 50-50 with Goldeen, but we've only gotten Goldeen so far from that good rod, so we're gonna keep on trying until we get that Bullywag, because that is definitely a mon that I think is worthwhile to put on the team. Like, I would like some, you know, it's limited, but you know, some type diversity would be great. Like, obviously, if we can evolve it into a Poliwrath, then that's a water fighting type, which we would, you know, not generally be able to get anywhere else. Which also, it's literally the only other water fighting type I think is. Oh my gosh, that almost killed. But thankfully, it didn't. I think the only other water fighting type anyway is, what, Keldeo? So, not exactly a widespread typing. Which means I wanted that much more. And we did, in fact, grab it. And since it is going to become a Poliwrath someday, there's only one name for Poliwraths, as Michael looks like a Poliwrath. So that is how we're going to do this, and I think that means we'll go back to Fuchsia. We will drop off the Horsey, as we do not intend to actually use it, but it is going to be in the PC waiting in case we do need it, because obviously you never know what could happen. So I think these 6 I'm comfortable with. Like, obviously we have 3 solo water types, but we also have 3 that will be not sole water types, so that's not bad. So we will, like, I guess, like, the only other typing that I guess we'd be missing is like water ice, I guess, or obviously like water psychic are the other options, but I'm not sure. I guess we could honestly seek them out. Like, at this point, since we have the tools to really grab most, I guess I could try to look up where to get Staryu and like Slowpoke. And if it's somewhere that we already have been, then that's obviously something that might be worthwhile. But for example, like looking up right now, Staryu is not something we would get yet. So or at least I don't think we would. Yeah, I don't think we can yet, other than Route 19, but I don't think it's fishing. Pretty sure. Oh no, Staryu and Shelder are both fishing possibilities, but since we did not get it at that point, obviously, that's not going to be a thing. And then Slowpoke. I do like Slowbro, so I would be happy to use a Slowpoke. Slowpoke. Let's see. It's in Celadon and Safari Zone. Ooh. me see, Celadon might be the easier one to target here. Yeah, Slowpoke's the only one that we haven't gotten that's available in Celadon, so that's actually like a super easy targeted. Well, I guess Poliwhirl technically as well, but we already have Poliwag. So actually, how much time do we got? We don't really have time to. Oh my god, I lived on 1. I forgot the PC doesn't heal. As Bubble level 10. I'm gonna heal. But yeah, I will have to go back to Celadon and grab myself a potential Slowpoke. So I guess. I mean, I know this might be a kind of short encounter. I mean, I guess this is an encounter episode, so what I could do is try and get a Safari Zone encounter. So I think that's what I'm going to do. What am I doing? Crabs. Cut this bitch down, and then gonna cut this bitch out. Which also, by the way, was it Voltorb or Electrode? That looks so funny. It's like, oh, you're just looking at an item, but it's just a Voltorb. Like, I think that's hilarious. It's like, oh, it's an item, but you can't get it. Oh wait, no, it's a Voltorb. But yeah, you know what? I think we're gonna end this episode with trying to go in the Safari Zone and get an encounter, which we would just have to find water and then use Super Rod, which this looks like a place to do it. Not even a nibble. Like, I don't know personally which areas have which Pokemon, but there we go. Well, we don't need to go back to Celadon now because we have. Well, if we catch this, which I'm gonna throw a ball first, see if he wants to be my friend. He did not, so let's throw some bait. So then maybe he wants to be my friend since I feed him. But unfortunately, that did not work. So now we're gonna throw a rock because we gotta show him some tough love. And we got the Slowpoke. That's actually a really good addition. Which I think that's a solid way to potentially end this episode. In that we got a Slowpoke, which I don't know if I really have a name for Slowpoke. Slowbro. I guess I think I'm gonna call it. I don't know if it'll fit, but I'm gonna try it real quick because I'm too lazy to count the spaces and count in my mind. Oh my gosh. Okay, whatever. Screw having a space in between. It will be the Thinker. God, I'm so bad at this. K. E-R, yes, it is the Thinker. Slowbro, which would make more sense on Slowking, but this is obviously the more ironic nickname. So with that, I am going to say this was a very productive episode, and we added very many new friends. So I hope you enjoy getting to see some other Mons than just Bubbles and potential destroy the entire Kanto region.